First and foremost, let's start with the bad news. I tweaked my back a few days ago, and as a result, I haven't really been able to do much. I've just kind of been lying in bed because those muscle relaxers really kind of make me loopy. But if you are the praying type, please pray for me and my family, because on Friday, we are actually going to be taking a road trip to the Smoky Mountains, and I'd really like to be able to hike and do all those fun things that we have planned, so... But let's move on to the good news, which there actually is a lot of. So on the reselling front, especially when it comes to Poshmark sellers, Poshmark has finally rolled out some automated services, things like bulk sharing, things like bulk editing. You can drop prices on a bunch of your listings at once. Now, just so that we're clear, I don't actually have access to those features yet. They did state that they are going to slowly start rolling those features out, and I just wasn't in that first wave. But if you have any thoughts on the Poshmark update, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, especially if you have been able to try out some of these features. I would love to know, do you feel like it's making life easier for you? Secondly, on a more personal reselling related note, I did finally have a pretty decent sales week last week, and it's mainly because of the fact that I had my biggest sale to date. If you want to learn more and if you want to see what sold for me last week, then stay tuned.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park, and I am a part-time reseller on reselling platforms like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, etc. And on this channel, we talk about all things reseller related, especially from a part-time reseller's perspective. It is something that I'm super passionate about and something that I have been doing now for a little over 3 years, and it is the best side hustle for someone with a full-time job and with 2 kids at home. It's just a really great way to earn some extra money from home. So if that sounds interesting to you and if you want more content like this, definitely make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And if you're excited to see what sold for me in this past week, then definitely make sure that you hit that like button, and let's get into it. So we're going to be talking about the week of June 7th through the 13th, and it was a pretty good sales week, like I said. On Monday, which was June 7th, I had one Poshmark sale. This was an item that I had picked up at a local consignment store when they let me shop in bulk. This was like last year, maybe around like May and June, something like that. But they let me go there and pull inventory from their storage unit since they weren't allowed to open and accept customers in the normal way. And so I was able to go and fill bags for $50, a big garbage bag. And as a result, most of my inventory came out to under $1. Most of those items I did pick up with the intention of sending into ThreadUp, because before ThreadUp changed their pricing model, it was actually a really great way to make some money as a reseller. And since my cost of goods was so low, I was picking up basically all the career pieces I could find for under $1 at this consignment store and sending in the majority of it over to ThreadUp, since it wasn't something that I felt like would sell really well for me in my own personal Poshmark closet or eBay store. A lot of those items did sell at ThreadUp, but if your items don't sell in the time allotted, then you have the option when you send your stuff into them to pay a little extra so that you can get back the items that they were not successful in selling for you. So I've steadily been getting a lot of reclaim boxes back, which is just filled with items that I had originally sent into ThreadUp and they weren't able to sell for me for whatever reason. I didn't really think I would have the best luck selling a lot of these items, but funnily enough, a lot of them have been selling really well for me, especially the career pieces, I'd say. So this item was definitely one of those items that I picked up for 80 cents from that consignment store with every intention of having ThreadUp sell it for me. It did not sell there, so it came back to me. I thought I'd have to hold on to it for a really long time, but it actually sold in 3 days. It was this Calvin Klein purple ruched career dress in a size 10. Someone, I believe, sent me a $20 offer on this, which I accepted, and after Poshmark's 20% fees and my cost of goods, which I said was 80 cents, I made a profit on this dress of $15.20. Not too shabby. And then on Facebook Marketplace, I had another sale that went through the same journey as that Calvin Klein career dress where, I had sent it into ThreadUp, they didn't sell it, they sent it back to me, so I listed it myself. This was a Chico's blue sheer paisley blouse in a size 1. Chico's does vanity sizing, so I believe their size 1 is the equivalent of a US women's small, like 4 to 6, I want to say. This sold for $18. That was how much I had it priced at on Facebook Marketplace. I believe it sold literally the next day. So like I said, a lot of these career pieces that I had hoped ThreadUp would be able to sell for me, I actually sold for myself, and for more money probably than ThreadUp would have. So again, I had 80 cents into this item, and after Facebook's tiny minimal fees, I made $16.05. And I do personally have my Facebook Marketplace buyers pay for shipping. On Tuesday, which was June 8th, I had one Poshmark sale, and it was this J. Jill Love Linen Pull-On Cropped Beige Pants in a size large. These were 100% linen. They are really comfortable for the summer because you just pull them on. Any of my like pull-on type pants or shorts, those are always my go-to because everything else, it just feels kind of suffocating and it's not very comfortable, but these kinds of pants are super comfortable. So this sold on Poshmark for $14. That was the offer that had been sent to me. Same thing, these I had 80 cents into. I believe they went to ThredUp as well and came back, so I made a profit on those pants of $10.25. They did have a lot of pilling like right in between the thighs, and that's one of the reasons why I had it priced maybe around like $20. Someone offered me $14 and I just went ahead and took it. And then this day I had some really good eBay sales. So the first thing to sell was this pair of Keen brown lace-up hiking boots for men in a size 15. I think that that's a pretty large size, so I have had these listed for quite some time because I don't think that a lot of men out there are wearing a size 15, but I finally got an offer on these for $35. I had them priced at $50, but I was totally fine with $35. They paid for shipping. I had about $5 into these. I picked them up at a local thrift store, so I made a profit of $27.18 on those shoes. The next thing to sell was this pair of Level 99, which is a brand that is sometimes sold at Anthropologie, and it's sold at a few other different stores as well. I don't really have that much good luck with it, so I think I'm going to probably stop picking it up. But these were the Lily Skinny Straight Mid-Rise Jeans in a size 29. They sold for $18.99 with free shipping. I had about $4 into them, and they were promoted at 1%, so I made a total of $7.63. That was an international sale, which is really cool, and it also means that it's not going to get returned to me, so yay. And then the last thing to sell on Tuesday was this pair of Hollister high-rise super skinny classic jeans in a size 15R. These sold via offers to watchers for $21.90. They were promoted at 1%. They paid for shipping. I had less than $1 into these, and so I made $18.37 on those pair of jeans. Hollister does not do as well for me typically as, you know, like American Eagle or something like that, but because these were a bigger size and because they were high-rise, I think that's one of the reasons why they did so well. And then moving on to Wednesday, which was June 9th, I had a Cool sale. So if you didn't know, there is a store local to me that carries brands like Cool and Canada Goose and Arc'teryx. There was a period of time where their Cool pants especially were on deep discount. And so I picked up as many pairs as I could, you know, like over 20 pairs. And this was actually one of the first pairs that I picked up. So I've had these for the longest, probably for about 3 months now. They don't really get a lot of interest. So when someone came along and bought them outright at my full price, I was super excited. But it was this pair of new with tags, Cool canvas jean, canvas tapered pants, that's a mouthful, in a size 30. They sold for my full asking price of $65. I did have $19 into those, so I still made a profit of $33 when all was said and done. So yeah, I have noticed at this store that Cool also makes denim or like jeans. They, at least this style, like the canvas jean, it doesn't do very well for me. I feel like it's more their like outdoor hiking type pants that do really well. Just something to keep in mind. The next thing to sell on Poshmark was this pair of Abercrombie & Fitch Aran Light Wash skinny jeans in a size 4. These I got in a ThredUp denim DIY rescue box, and they sold for $18. However, when I pulled them and got ready to ship them out, I noticed that there were like a bunch of pink marks on the back of one of the legs. Basically, it looked like someone had sat on a highlighter, or maybe, you know, like a mom was wearing them and her kid was just like softly drawing on the back of her leg. Maybe someone had a highlighter in their back pocket and it exploded. I don't know what happened, but it was like these pink marks all over the back, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I didn't notice those flaws when I photographed the jeans. So I didn't have a picture of the flaw, and I also didn't notate it in my description. So I reached out to the buyer, I let her know what was going on, and she was like, it's okay, you can just send them anyway. So I sent them with $5 in cash because I wanted to at least give her a partial refund because I was selling her something not in the condition that I had stated it was. So those sold for $18, but I put an extra $5, you know, in the package with the jeans. And after my cost of goods, that $5 and all that good stuff, my total profit on that pair of jeans was $8.13, which is still respectable because I feel like these were a little bit older in style, and so to get anything for them after, you know, they had been sent to me in a ThredUp rescue box, I'm okay with that. And those were listed for 81 days. The next thing to sell on Wednesday was this Uniqlo Lisa Larson collaboration. I don't know who Lisa Larson is, but she had something to do with the shirt. It was this blue line graphic t-shirt in a size extra large. This sold for my full asking price of $17.99 with them paying for shipping. This also was promoted at 1% and it was an international sale, which I thought was really interesting. So my profit on that was $16.97 because I didn't have any cost of goods into it. One of my friends from church just gave me like 3-4 bags filled to the brim with clothes that I could sell for free. And I actually have a video right here where I show myself taking a lot of those pieces to Plato's Closet, this being one of them. Plato's did not accept this shirt, so I went ahead and sold it myself, and I made $17 on it basically, which is much more than Plato's would have given me. So that was a really nice surprise. The next thing to sell was this Ralph Lauren blue short sleeve polo shirt in a size 2T. This sold for my full asking price of $11.99 with free ship. So I made a profit of $7.67 because it was something that my son wore, and I'm considering it no cost of goods because I don't even know where we got that. I'm pretty sure that was a hand-me-down from someone at church too. This polo shirt, I got so many lowball offers on from Poshmark and eBay. I think literally someone offered me like $3 for this on Poshmark, and I was like, I'm not gonna send it to you for 5 cents of profit. Like, that's ridiculous. So I was really happy when someone finally bought it for $12. And then the next thing to sell on eBay was this pair of new with tags J. Crew Factory Frankie Bermuda shorts in a size 0. This I picked up with a couple of my girlfriends when we took a day trip to Indianapolis, and I just got it at the J. Crew Factory outlet that was there. They were marked down to like, what was it? 87 cents. Like, they were super clearance down. So I think I bought like 2 or 3 pairs, and they finally sold for $19.99 because I have had them for a while. And that was with them paying for shipping. It was promoted at 1%. So I made a profit on those shorts of $16.99. And then on Mercari, I had 2 sales this day, which is unheard of for Mercari. The first being this Holding Horses, which is an Anthropologie brand, striped sleeveless dress in like blue and white in a size large. This sold for $30, basically like 2 or 3 days after I listed it, and I did have $8.20 into that because I got it from a local pop-up consignment sale that happens twice a year in my town. And I did do a haul of that dress. If you want to check out that haul, I'll link it right here as well. So when all was said and done, my profit on this dress was $17.63. Now this is a special sale because since it's the summer and since my husband is a teacher as well, he told me that he would help me out however he could when it came to reselling, and so his main job is photographing. He actually now photographs basically everything. I haven't trained him yet on how to do shoes and small accessories in my light box, but he is photographing the majority of my pieces for me, and his goal is to get through 20 listings a day, and my goal is to try and keep up with him when it comes to listing and cross-listing those 20 items. So this was an item that he had taken pictures of, he had inventoried and thrown into our bins or put aside for me to send into eBliss. He starts the draft in my List Perfectly database. It's a really wonderful system that we have going on, and I'm so sad for the day when he has to go back to work, when we both have to go back to work. But I just wanted to shout him out because that was basically his sale. I'm gonna say that that was his. The next thing to sell was this Talbot's blue floral ruffled belted dress in a size 2XL. This sold for $33 on Mercari, and I had about $4 into that dress, and so my profit on it was $24.44. You guys know that I've been having really good luck with Talbot's. I was honestly pretty surprised that a Talbot's piece sold over on Mercari, but it happens, right? That's why you cross-list everywhere you can, and you guys know that my cross-listing software of choice is List Perfectly because it makes it so easy. And now that I've been using their database as well to keep track of all of my inventory, it has been a life changer. I will link that video right here where I show you how to use their inventory system. And if you want to try out List Perfectly for yourself so that you can be present on more than just one platform, I will have a coupon code down in the description below, and you can try it out risk-free. I think it's either you get like a few days for free or 20 cross listings, whichever comes first. So you could try it out risk-free with that free trial. But thanks to List Perfectly, I made this Talbot sale over on Mercari. Speaking of that pop-up consignment sale haul, I do have a few direct sales that took place this day because people watched that haul and they liked some of the items and they reached out to me to see if we could, do the sale directly instead of through a reselling platform. It saves me money because I don't have to pay for the fees and I'm able to pass those savings along to my buyers. So the first bundle of things to sell was to Abigail. Abigail, thank you so much. She got 2 pairs of shoes from me, or like boots. The brand was L'Artiste, probably saying it wrong, so I will write it down here. It was this pair of what looked to be like black combat boots with red leather flowers across the top of the boot, I want to say. They were pretty cool. And then the second thing that she picked up was, again, by the brand L'Artiste, and it was this mixed print pair of boots. They had kind of like a steampunk vibe to them. That's, how I described it when I was doing the haul. And just all these really intricate prints all over the boots. Both of them were in amazing condition. So Abigail was able to snatch those up for $100 for both pairs, and that was with me paying for shipping. So shipping cost $14.32 for both of those boots, which was crazy. I thought it was going to be much more. And then my cost of goods on each of those boots was $8.20. So that came out to a cost of goods of $16.40 for the pair. So I made a profit on that bundle of $69.28. Abigail, thank you so much. I hope you love them. I hope you wear them all the time. Thank you so much. And then the next sale also went to a viewer and a personal friend of mine. Her name is Daniela. She also is on YouTube as well as Instagram as Ivy and Blush, and I will make sure to link her down below. She is a great channel to watch if you enjoy like kind of higher end brands or luxury brands, and she also has a lot of really great knowledge when it comes to the real, which I know nothing about because I've never consigned through them before. But she bought this pair of flax linen beige pants. They're like those pull-on pants, again with the elastic waistband, super comfortable. I had showed them in an Instagram post and she was like, can you send me those pictures of those flax pants when you get the pictures done, because I just want to see them. She told me she has a flax obsession, and I get why. They just look so comfortable. But she bought them for $35 shipped. I had, again, $8.20 into those pants because they also came from that pop-up consignment sale, so I made $21.38. Thank you, Daniela. I hope you live in them. Moving on to Thursday, which was June 10th, I had one Poshmark sale, and it was this pair of Express jeans, green cargo skinny pants in a size 2. They sold for $18. That was the offer sent to me. I had less than $1 into them because they were from that consignment store. So I made a profit of $13.60. And that was something that my husband photographed. So good job, Mikey. And they sold within I want to say 3-4 days of me listing them, which was amazing. The next sale also sold really quickly. I want to say in 2 days time. It was this Johnny Was floral embroidered tunic in a size small. I listed this pretty low because on the front towards the bottom of the tunic, there were a handful of these small holes, one of them being a little bit bigger than the other. They were kind of hard to see when you're wearing the tunic, but still I was like, you know what, I just need to mark this down quite a bit in order to move it. And I did get it from that same pop-up consignment store. So my cost of goods was $8.20. And if it looks familiar to you, that's because I wore it in, I want to say last week's What Sold video, and it automatically got a ton of attention. Probably the morning after I listed it, I sent out offers to watchers, of which there were 6. And so someone snatched it up at $29.90. They paid for shipping. I made a profit on that top of $19.63. I do not find Johnny Was very often, but I know that the brand is super popular and just highly coveted. So even with all those flaws, I knew I could still make decent money on it. And I did, $20, that's nothing to sneeze at. And then over on Mercari, I sold this pair of Hollister blue-green board shorts with cargo pockets in a size 30. These sold for $12. They paid for shipping. I had about $4 into them. I think I got these 2 summers ago when I was like, I need to have swimwear, and I was just buying any and all swimsuits, even if they were pretty basic. And so I made a profit of $6.15. Only took 2 years. I had one more direct sale this day, and it was this pair of Ms. Moos. I've never picked up this brand before, but I believe I picked up 2 pairs at that last consignment pop-up sale. And this was a pair of new black ankle high top sneakers. This went out to a viewer named Jessica. So Jessica, thank you so much. We agreed on the price of $55 shipped. So it only cost $8 to ship out, which I was honestly kind of shocked by. And I had $8.20 into them. So my profit on those sneakers was $38.80. Thank you so much, Jessica. I hope you love them. They are actually really cool, and I'm really excited for this other pair that I'm about to list as well. Moving on to Friday, which was June 11th, it was a closet clear out day, and you'll see that I have a couple sales as a result of closet clear out. So the first thing to sell because of closet clear out, and if you want to learn how I utilize closet clear out for my own Poshmark business, check out this video right here. But it was this pair of new with tags Izod Golf UPF 50 navy shorts in a size 40. These sold for $20. I had gotten them in a men's thread up rescue box, so I had about $3 into them, and I made $13 on those shorts. I don't pick up the brand Izod, even if I had seen these, at the thrift store, even though they were new with tags. I kind of highly doubt that I would have picked them up. But, I had them in my possession, so I listed them and I made some money off of them. I'm not mad about it. The next item to sell was something that I've had for, again, probably 2 years or more. It was this new with tags Fashion Nova Cool with Love ruffle top in like a bubblegum pink color. It was in a size extra large. I got this at a Plato's Closet 90% off clearance sale, like I said, years ago. Probably had about $1 into it. It sold for $12 using my closet clear out method, so I made $8.05 of profit. Again, only took like 2 years, but you know what, I'll take it. The next thing to sell literally had only been listed for a day, and it was this LL Bean blue active fitness dress in a size medium, and it had like a side pocket with a zipper on it. It sold for $20 using my closet clear out method. I had picked this up at that local consignment store for under $1, so my profit on this dress was $15.20. Moving on to eBay, I sold this Anthropologie Mauve geometric striped dress in a size small. It came from that same haul from the pop-up consignment sale, so a lot of that stuff has been selling really fast, which makes me really happy because it makes me feel like I'm picking up stuff that people want and stuff that flies out of my closet, which is the goal, right? Like you don't want to hold on to stuff for too long. And so I had $8.20 into this. It sold for $28, which I think was an offer that was sent to me. And so after they paid for shipping, I made $16.59 of profit on that dress. On Mercari, I sold another Calvin Klein career dress. This was a textured sleeveless dress in a size 6, and it was like this bright pink color. This sold for $24 on Mercari. I had less than $1 into it because I had picked it up with the intention of sending it into ThredUp. They were not successful in selling it, so they sent it back, and I made a profit of $19.80 on that dress, which honestly is probably maybe about what I would have made at ThredUp, so it all kind of was the same. And then my last Facebook Marketplace sale of the week was this Hannah Anderson pink striped dress in a size 130. They do their sizing interestingly. I don't know. 130 is the equivalent of like maybe a kid's 8 or something. I don't remember. But this sold for $15, which was my asking price. And so I made a profit of $14.06. And that was something that I got for free from a friend at church. So no cost of goods. Moving on to Saturday, which was June 12th, I only had Poshmark sales. So the first thing to sell was the Cynthia Rowley 100% linen pastel color block dress in a size medium. This one I had about $3 into, and it sold for my full asking price of $24.99. It was promoted at 1%. They paid for shipping, so I made a profit on that dress of $19.31. I thought it was the sweetest dress. I know Cynthia Rowley does not do amazing because it's sold at places like TJ Maxx and whatnot, but I picked this up basically on style because it was just so beautiful with all the pastel colors, plus it's linen, perfect for the summer. The next thing to sell was this pair of Grasshoppers Ortholite blue slip-on boat shoes in a size 9. They sold for $21.90. That was because of an offer that I sent out to a watcher, and it was promoted at 1%. I had free shipping on those because I just wanted to get them out. They were from a ThredUp rescue box, and so I had about $6 into them. So my profit on those was only $5.73 because I did do free shipping, and they did have to go in a padded flat rate envelope. But at least I made a little bit of money on them, and I can take that $5.73 and invest it into inventory I'm more excited about. Finally, on Sunday, which was June 13th, I had just Poshmark and eBay sales. So the first thing to sell on Poshmark was this J. Crew Factory lightweight printed cardigan in a size extra small. This sold for $10 using my closet clear out method. I got it at that local consignment store for under $1, and I don't know why I picked it up. It's so thin and lightweight and just not really in style. And on the J. Crew tags, it'll tell you the date that piece was released or that piece, was on sale in the stores. And I think this was like 2014 or something. Like it's an old piece. So I was happy to get $10 for it. I still made a profit of $6.25. And all of those like $6 here, $5 here, $8 here, they all add up. So, it wasn't the most amazing sale, but it is what it is. This, however, was the most amazing sale. Most Sundays before church, I will send out my closet clear out message to everyone who has liked an item since the last closet clear out, which typically is on Friday. So any likes that come in Saturday and Sunday morning, I will send them my closet clear out message. As I was doing that, I didn't even see that an offer had come in on the dress that I'm about to share with you. But what happened was I was like going through my emails and I saw an email from Poshmark where they were like, yay, someone made an offer on, one of your listings. And I was like, okay, well, let's see what it is. And I was shook. I was shook to the core. So here's what it is. It was a St. John Couture tweed metallic sequin dress in a size 10. This dress is beautiful. It sold for $250. I had it listed for $350, but I got that offer of $250. And since I had $50 into it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna accept because I don't know what'll happen if I counter, and I'm still making $150 of profit even after Poshmark takes their 20% cut and after you factor in my cost of goods. That's nothing to be ashamed of. So I was like, I will take my $150. Bye-bye, St. John Couture dress. I was so happy. I picked this dress up actually when I was out thrifting with a bunch of my colleagues. We were at this event called Theater Fest in a town like an hour or so away from where we live. And it was attached to this hospital. So they would get donations maybe from people who work at the hospital or even just people from the area, and all of the money I believe goes back into the hospital. So one of my colleagues who had gone to school at the college that we were at where the Theater Fest event was happening, he was like, they have really good stuff there sometimes. And I was like, okay, let's go check it out. So they have 2 different rooms for this thrift store. One of them I was going through and it was just garbage. Like everything was pilling, everything had stains, like everything was pretty awful. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But then they had like their boutique section and they had such good stuff there. Amazing stuff. This being one of them. So I saw that it was marked at $50 and I was like, I just don't know. I'm not used to paying up for things, guys. Like it's not really in my nature. And so I was kind of going back and forth on it. I was showing all of my friends that I was shopping with and they were like, you should just get it. Just try, see what happens. So I got it. I listed it myself. It got a ton of likes and stuff, but no one ever really made an offer. So I went ahead and sent it into ThredUp because I knew that if it did sell on ThredUp, I could make hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on this dress. It did not sell on ThredUp. It got sent back to me. I listed it again, and within 2 days, I got that $250 offer. I was ecstatic. So, moral of the story, sometimes it's worth it to pay up for an item. The next sale was a pair of Justin cowboy boots in brown leather. They had like all this kind of embroidery along the sides. I don't really mess around with cowboy boots very much just because I don't know very much about them. I don't even think I've ever tried a pair on. But I got these again at that same trip where we took kids to Theater Fest. So I think it was actually 2 years ago that we had gone. But this sat in my death pile forever because the size had kind of rubbed off on the inside and there was nowhere else with the size on it. So finally I had a friend who came over and she was using my light box to take some pictures of things that she wanted to sell herself. And while she was there, I saw, right next to the light box, my little mini death pile of shoes and accessories. And I was like, hey, can you just try on these cowboy boots for me? Because I don't know what size they are. And she was like, sure. So she tried them on and then we checked the bottoms of the shoes against other shoes in a size 8.5, and that's how we figured out that they were an 8.5, and they sold literally within 2-3 days of me listing them for $42. I paid about $8 for them when I picked them up at that thrift store like over 2 years ago. So I made a profit of $25.60. It took me long enough, but I did finally get to it. I figured out, a way to figure out the size, even though it wasn't on the inside of the boots, and hopefully they work out for the buyer. I have not, they haven't gotten accepted yet. And then on eBay, I sold this Madewell gray mock neck long sleeve wool blend top in a size extra small. This sold for $19.99, which was my full asking price. They paid for shipping, and so I made a profit of $17.39 on that top. I actually bought that top for myself from a seller on Poshmark. I don't even remember who, and I did wear it, a few times, but it's not my favorite top, so I just went ahead and listed it. The next thing to sell actually sold in a bundle with that Madewell top, and it was this Bryn Walker brown bamboo fleece wide leg sweatpants in a size extra small. These were so cool. I bought this as part of a set. It was, these pants and then a sweatshirt with like one of those funnel, necklines, like it's kind of like a turtleneck. But the crazy thing was the pants were a size extra small and the sweater was a size medium. So I went ahead and listed them separately, but the pants sold for $49.99. They paid for shipping. I had $8.20 into them because they did come from that most recent, pop-up consignment sale. And so I made a profit on those pants of $36.02. Bryn Walker is a great brand to pick up. They use a lot of interesting materials like bamboo and stuff, and I believe their clothes are made in the US. I thought it was a brand that was going to be sold at like really high-end places, but I feel like one of the main places it's sold is at Dillard's, which I feel is like a mid-tier department store, but maybe I'm missing something. I feel like maybe perhaps too there's a small chance that this brand is sold at Anthropologie. Not exactly sure, but whatever it is, I saw the set and I saw the brand on the label, and I was like, I'm gonna try these out, and I'm glad that I did. The sweater is still for sale in my closet and eBay store if you're interested, and it basically is made of the same material and is the same color as these pants. The last thing to sell was this new with tags JM collection, which I think is like Macy's. It was this painter plaid shell and cardigan combo in a size medium. This sold for my full asking price on eBay of $24.99 with them paying for shipping. So I made a profit of $22.87. I got that in a Via Trading wholesale box. It was a box of Macy's poles. I got that box, I want to say 3 years ago maybe, and I just never got around to listing this because I was not excited about it. I didn't think it would do very well. I believe I sent it into ThreadUp and they weren't able to sell it for me. You guys, it took like 3 or 4 days and I made, $23. You may not find something that exciting or that pretty or that cute. Someone else will though. This is not my cup of tea. This isn't the kind of stuff I'm wearing when I go out, right? But someone out there wants something like that. There is a buyer for every single thing. So for me, you guys know I'm not in the business of curating my closet. I'm just in the business of listing things, knowing that there's a buyer for it out there somewhere. So if you have stuff at home, if people give you stuff for free, my personal philosophy is even if it's not your aesthetic, if you can make money off of it, who cares? That's just me. So for the week, here are my numbers. On Poshmark, I sold 11 items, and that was for a gross sales amount of $489. After you factor in shipping and fees and all that good stuff, that total drops to $389.55. My cost of goods for those 11 items was $86.27, and so I made a net profit of $303.28. On eBay, I actually sold more items than I did on Poshmark. I sold 13 items, and that was for a gross sales amount of $325.62. If you factor in shipping as well as eBay fees, that total drops to $276.62. My cost of goods on those 13 items was $44.27, and so I made a net profit on eBay of $276.62. On Mercari, I had 4 sales, which is a pretty good Mercari week for me, and that was for a gross sales amount of $99. After Mercari's fees, since I don't have to pay for shipping because I make the buyer pay for shipping, I made $85.02. And my cost of goods on those 4 items was $17, which brings my net profit to $68.02. I had 2 Facebook Marketplace sales this week, which was great because last week I had 1 and the weeks before that I had none. But my gross sales was $33. After fees, that total drops to $30.91. My cost of goods on those 2 items was 80 cents. So I made a net profit of $30.11 on Facebook Marketplace. I had 4 items that sold directly to viewers or friends or whoever, and those 4 items sold for a gross sales of $190. After shipping, which I paid for, that total drops to $162.26, but there were no fees because we didn't go through any sort of platform, which is great. My cost of goods on those 4 items was $32.80, and so my net profit on direct sales was $129.46. So in total, I sold 34 items for a gross sales amount of $1,136.62. After shipping and fees, that total drops to $944.36. My cost of goods for those 34 items was $181.14, and so I made a net profit of $763.22. I am kind of worried because, I had a great week last week. This week, actually Monday was great. Today's Tuesday when I'm filming. Monday was amazing. I'm just worried that I'm not going to be able to carry that momentum through the week because we do leave, like I said, for the Smoky Mountains on Friday, and because I've just been kind of loopy and out of it and not able to list as much as I want. But you know, as my back continues to feel a little bit better, hopefully I'm in more of a headspace to get busy listing. And the goal is to draft a bunch of stuff too, so that I can just push stuff out even while we're on vacation without having to sit there and like actually list, because I want to enjoy myself. I want to enjoy my vacation. So yeah, the biggest fear for me is, can I keep this up, especially when there are going to be some days where I'm not actively shipping or, you know, listing and doing that sort of thing. So I don't know, that's where we're at. I am really happy though with how last week went. I hope you guys are having some great sales too. I know a lot of people have been talking about summer slowdown and how it really is affecting their sales. So I hope that in the midst of that, you just continue to list and that you continue to, you know, do the things that you need to make sales, but also allow yourself to rest, maybe go on a small trip, just spend some time with your family and loved ones, because sometimes we just need to re-energize ourselves. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.